Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love and the journey of ascension. Good morning to you. Happy Sunday. I thought we could have some breakfast together. My belly will not stop rumbling. So I've cooked some croissants, almonds and hazelnut croissants, which are cooling. They've got to cool for 30 minutes. For best results, allow to cool for 30 minutes. Okie dokie. Okay, so I've just baked those and I thought while we're waiting, we can have a reading. I'm only going to eat one of those. Well, it depends how delicious they are. One at a time. But before that, I thought we could have some super fruity peach and nectarine low-fat live yogurt. What do you reckon to that? I reckon that sounds good. Okay. Right. We'll give this a little stir, shall we? Let's do that. Very nice. Okay, let's have some. I wanted to say that the ASMR starts in 30 minutes with those croissants. Right, let me just have some more of this yogurt. It's lovely and peaceful. You know that you can only experience true peace when you've been through, well, the opposite. Okay, so what's the plan? I'm going to pull some cards from here. Get a story together. And then I'll go to the Marcella's deck. And we shall pull some cards from there and see what the guidebook says. Okay, so first of all, I'm using my own cards that I made. So, the Channel of Love cards. This is do as you were told in reverse and make a wish. Now, the Queen of Swords energy is very harsh energy. Like she's bossy boots. She's in control of everything. She tells you how to spend your money and how to live your life. And in a negative sense, it's like her, but she's been blocking your wishes. So no longer does this Queen of Swords have any control over telling you what to do. It should really be yourself. You should be capable of telling yourself what to do. And you should never give that power over to another. Because once you do, it's difficult to take it back. But it is possible. So make a wish. Okay? Let's use the Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh, I feel like there's a sneeze coming on. Well, that's a blessing. A blessing in disguise. Okay. Now, decisions, options, choices, and then in the middle, underneath that cover, that sheet, feel the energy of, I don't know, if somebody says something to you and they go as white as a sheet, it's like, why? Why have you just gone as white as a sheet? Okay, so there's your wish. And look at all the obstacles blocking. But there's like this magic touch here that's like, it's daring you. It's like, okay, you got the Midas touch. But all this stuff's like blocking you from getting to here. Am I using my little pinky finger? Because somebody has you wrapped around their finger? Not anymore. No more like being under the thumb. The thumb. A thumbnail. Maybe you saw a thumbnail that made you go as white as a sheet. Oh, the cats are hissing. In the living room, in the living area. The land of make-believe's coming through. In the land of make-believe. Dee-dee-dee, 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 dee-dee-dee. I want to look at the lyrics for that. The land of make-believe. Who sang it? I want to say Bucks Fizz. I'm not sure. The land of make-believe. Yes, Bucks Fizz. Okay, let's get the lyrics up. 1982. I was 5 years of age. Cats are hissing again. Okay, The Land of Make-Believe, sung by Bucks Fizz, 1982. Stars in your eyes, little one. Where do you go to dream? To a place we all know, the land of make-believe. Shadows tapping at your window, ghostly voices whisper, will you come and play? Not for all the tea in China or the corn in Carolina. Never, never, ever, they're running after you, babe. Run for the sun, little one. You're an outlaw once again. Time to change, Superman. He'll be with us while he can in the land of make-believe. Something nasty in your garden's waiting patiently till it can have your heart. Try to go, but it won't let you. Don't you know it's out to get you running? Keep on running, they're running after you, babe. Run for the sun, little one. You're an outlaw once again. Time to change, Superman. He'll be with us while he can in the land of make-believe. Your world is turning from night to day. Your dream is burning far, far away. Into the blue, you and I, to the circus in the sky. Captain kids on the sand with the treasure close at hand in the land of make-believe. Run for the sun, little one. You're an outlaw once again. Time to change, Superman. He'll be with us while he can in the land of make-believe. Run for the sun, little one. You're an outlaw once again. Time to change, Superman. He'll be with us while he can in the land of make-believe. I've got a friend who comes to tea and no one else can see but me. As I sit here with 2 croissants asking you to have breakfast with me. Comical. Humorous. I've got a friend who comes to tea and no one else can see but me. He came today but had to go to visit you. You never know. Okay. Wow. What do we make to that? My invisible friend. In the land of make-believe. It's tasty and delicious in the land of make-believe. Okay, 20 minutes to go until, should we have a look and see how they're getting on? How are you getting on over there? It said to leave them in the baking tray. You have to read the instructions, you see, when you're baking things. Yummy. Okay, back to the reading. It's the energy of like living in the land of make-believe, and then having to go back to reality. Well, you know, that's not your experience in your land. So, what have you landed on here then? Treasure, adventure, fun, excitement. difference. Oh, these cards feel lovely and light. The Eight of Swords. Unfounded fear. Looks like everything's blocking this here. This is your legacy in the middle here. I was taken to what are those animals, but I think they're flowers. I'm not sure what they are. They look like raspberries. They're in a strawberry in a cup. In a teacup. Oh, in an egg cup. Cups. Oh, do you know what's coming through? 11:11 was on the timer now. Go in the cupboards and check some of the cups that are up high. Okay, because I feel there's money stashed in there. I do. I stash money. Not in a cup. But, have a little spring clean in autumn. Let's have a look at the Eight of Swords, because it's like, go to the cupboard, have a look at the cups. You'll find like a wad of money in an unexpected place where you think no one would look, and it's like, well, are you going to ask whose money it is, or are you going to accept it? Because whoever's been stashing the money, are they going to say anything if they realise the money's not there anymore? I mean, this money could just appear. It is possible. And, well, free money. Let's have a look. I've opened up to the star here. I am hope, bright as Sirius in the night sky. You feel that there's a block, like, and all your resources and finances have been blocked. Like, there is no available money. There is. It's like hiding in a cup. Or do you have a cup that's worth, like, you can do a trade? You're being asked to think outside of the box. Rather than having someone else think for you, now it's time for you to think on your own terms. Okay. So you may have in possession something very valuable that you are losing your attachment to. Because as you go through your spiritual awakening, you detach from attachment to material possessions. They don't hold the weight that they once used to, or that you're led to believe you should hang on to. It's about lightening your load. And a lot of your load is other people's opinions that are put upon you. You can listen to their opinions, but you have every right to say, okay, yes, I don't really want to do that. And then that be that. So the Eight of Swords, restriction, mistrust, inability to act, indecision, imprisonment, isolation from others. The Eight of Swords represents restriction and mistrust. The situation seems hopeless and you can't see a way out. You may feel trapped and hemmed in by your insistence on going it alone. You have run out of excuses and of ways to avoid making a decision. There is no escape. You must learn to trust others and should not be afraid to ask for help. You need to rebuild your connection with others and end your isolation before a decision is possible. So, the energy of, when I said about appreciating peace after you've been through a restriction and feeling suffocated, as if you cannot claim any space. Whenever you have your own space, you appreciate that. It's not classed as an empty void that needs to be filled with noise. Solitude is lovely. I want to say, like, in small doses is coming through. Too much solitude, you can get used to that. You can get used to being detached, which then detaches you from new creative manifestations from coming through. Okay, yogurt. Let's have some yogurt. The sun is out today. I have a productive day planned. Okay, right, what's next? Let's go to the random cards. The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. I adore you. Wife, Oracle, Dragon. Okay, shall we work off of these 4 cards? 5, the bottom of the deck. Obsession. I adore you, wife. Now, so this could be somebody's partner who is in control of everything, realising that they're no longer like number one, because you've got the Oracle here. Someone who's tapped in, tuned in and turned on. And then this dragon energy comes through. So that would explain being in the shadows, feeling suffocated. I noticed a snake that's ready to bite. I noticed that he's muffled and not saying anything, and has got his head down in shame. But the divine is urging you to do what you must do for yourself, and not to worry about how it affects others. This is about you. Okay, one more card. So we're going to have a look at these. So the underlying energy is an obsession. We'll have a look at that. The 3 of Cups. That's that energy of like feeling happy. Why is somebody feeling happy? Why is somebody behaving like such an outlaw? Okay. 3 of Cups. Pleasure, joy, marriage, birth, feasting, merriment, celebration, abundance, fortune. The 3 of Cups indicates that there will be a happy gathering of people. This card may herald a pregnancy or marriage proposal or success in a creative endeavour close to your heart. You can be proud of your achievements. Joy and cause for celebration are indicated. This is a time to share your good fortune with others. You have renewed faith in the power of love. Okay. So, obsession. With this new faith in the power of love. Let's look at the I adore you. We have 10 of Swords. Somebody does not adore their wife anymore. That's dead. It's like they want to marry somebody else. But are feeling trapped. So let's look at the Ten of Swords. It's a very unhappy card. Endings, misfortune, loss, defeat, new understanding, fresh perspective. The Ten of Swords represent defeat. The Ten of Swords represents defeat and marks the end of a difficult matter. At the end of a long struggle, something has been irrevocably lost. Ultimately, the outcome is not one you wanted or welcomed. However, you must put the past behind you and move on to the next stage of the cycle. While you have been defeated on this occasion, lessons have been learned, and you will move on with a new understanding of yourself and a fresh perspective. Okay, let's look at the wife card. Judgment. It's like when there's that last time, it's like you do that one more time. It's like one last time, and you will no longer get to do that again. I am the one who judges the worth of those who come before me. Reward for past effort, re-evaluation, responsibility, outcome, resolution, acceptance. The Judgment card shows an angel, possibly Gabriel, sounding a trumpet above figures rising from their graves. It echoes the day of judgment referred to in the Bible, when Christ and his angels will return to earth, and even the dead will be judged on their deeds. This card can be understood to bring us the reward in life that we deserve. The fool is forced to look at where he has come from, how he has behaved, and the choices he has made. It marks a point at which we must re-evaluate our lives. We must re-evaluate our wives, is coming through. It is a very important decision who you choose to partner up with for your lifetime. It marks a point at which we must re-evaluate our lives. We may need to learn hard lessons and be held responsible for past actions. We are advised to come to a resolution and move on with a clean slate. The card can also refer to judgments in law. Okay. That's what the card says. Was that all the cards that we had? Dragon. I can feel this energy of like this begging to the divine from the masculine sign. From the masculine sign. Okay, so I'd like, please, like, don't make me have to do this. But when there's a soul calling, I remember myself, like, talking to myself in the mirror saying, please, anything else, but please don't, you know, make me make this pronouncement. Is that the right word? Announcement. Confession. I knew I had to. Afterwards, I mean, you grow stronger every time you face your fear. But there is this energy of, please, I don't want to any other way. It's like there is no other way. You've got to do what you know needs to be done. Okay, so dragon. I have justice. I felt something definitely going on in court, that this Mrs. Do As You Are Told in reverse is going to get nasty. But you will face the dragon. You will not be scared of it. Okay. Should we have some coffee? Let's have some croissants. Yes. It's been 25 minutes. I know. Okay. We'll just wait a bit longer. Justice. I am the balance that comes with fair reckoning. Fairness, impartiality, balance, reflection, decision, equality, truth, correct action. So, divine law, divine justice is at play. So, like the high priestess and hierophant, justice is seated between two pillars, suggesting a religious connection. Justice is one of the universal principles upon which society is built. The figure in the card holds a sword and points it upwards, indicating that justice will be upheld. The sword of justice is famously double-edged, however, just like the Queen of Swords energy. So the sword of justice is famously double-edged, however, and a balance must be found between two opposing sides for there to be a fair outcome. This is represented by the scales held in her other hand. Following the Wheel of Fortune card, justice reminds us that we are accountable for our actions and urges us to be honest and fair. This card indicates that justice will eventually prevail. Okay, there we go. I've gone to the Journey of Love cards. So that's what we're to focus on now, is our journey, our own individual journey. It's what matters, really. You can't live somebody else's life for them. You can't think for them, you can't feel for them, you can't be them. So you're best to get best at being you. These cards are just not necessarily light, although they do feel weightless. Maybe somebody suffered like a weight loss. Have a croissant, that will fill you up. Why do you fill me up? Or why do you fill me up, Buttercup? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you. Okay, here we go. You ready for the crunch? Okay, I've just got to get the tray so I can catch the crumbs. Ready? Which side? I'm going to go for the bouncer end side. Okay, here we go then. You want to see? Okay, I've got to get into it. Oh my. It's the almond and hazelnut filling. Okay, I'm going to have a bit more. I've eaten half. Two little eyes looking at me. They look like owl eyes. You get signs everywhere. Look, a little birdie. A little birdie Toby. Right, one more mouthful. just got to get some kitchen towel so that I can just wipe my sticky, greasy fingers. Okay, some coffee. Right. Loving all that is. Card number 22. So I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. You wise, awakening being, you can love all that is. You can love your tears and your sadness, for they are a testament to your open heart. You can love your numbness and fatigue, for they show that you have worked hard and are now in need of rest. You can love your energy and passion, even when you are so far ahead of the pack. You have to wait a while for everyone else to catch up. Maybe a day, maybe a decade or so, because you choose not to curb your enthusiasm for anyone. You can love your anger because underneath its fire is a desire for respect. And you can love your peacefulness because within your heart you really don't care much for fighting sometimes. If there is something that is shaming you, worrying you, challenging you, it's okay to just love it. It will make sense when it needs to. Until then, just love it, even when it hurts, for it's part of your own divine nature awakening. It may just be like a painful cramp happening because it's been curled up for too long. This oracle brings you a sweet message. That's the word that's missing. Oracle. Whereabouts is it? There. Okay. I knew there was an additional word. This oracle brings you a sweet message. You are asked to just love. Everything else will take care of itself. The poem, a state of being, allowing, receiving, becoming one with all that is. And that painting is called Surrendering. Surrendering. Let me get a card for that oracle card from the Marcella's deck. The Fool. The oracle. The Fool. Should we read the message? What's coming through is, are you really going to be using that as a title? And it's like, yes, I will be. It might be time to evaluate your wife. I embark on my journey with trust and a light heart, for the world opens up before me. That's the card that's come out with the oracle. Fresh start, beginning, freedom, courage, openness, trust, risk-taking. The Fool is shown standing on the edge of a precipice, bag and rose in hand. Would you like to, well, you can look at the image as well, can't you? With a dog at his heels. He is stepping into the unknown alone, except for his trusty dog, full of expectation and potential, and unfettered by the doubts and cynicism that come with experience. The card suggests a choice must be made and a journey started into unknown territory. Courage is required to take the first step. The fool is unaware of and unprepared for that doesn't say that. It says what awaits him. The fool is unaware of and unprepared for what awaits him, but through new experiences, he will discover his true potential. Okay. There's a lot of growth to occur after, a lot of stomping of that growth. I'm just going to have some yogurt. That's what I'm going to do, have some yogurt. Luna, up the stairs she goes. She's running around the whole house. Like a lunatic. That's the energy. I feel like someone's like running around the house like a lunatic and you're just sitting at the table quite calmly, looking out of the window. Let them do what they feel they've got to do. How people treat you is their karma, and how you respond is yours. Croissant, my lady. Yes, please, fine sir. Oh my, that is just the almond. That marzipan. I love marzipan. I've got some marzipan in the cupboard and I've been thinking about what I can make with marzipan. I don't want to make marzipan. I've got marzipan and I want to use it. I don't want to use it on a Christmas cake. I could do, but I think if I was going to make a Christmas cake, I think you would start it like at the beginning of the year for a fruit cake, and then you like drip feed. Drip feed the cake with alcohol, like rum, brandy. I'm not sure because I've never made one, but that could be a Christmas pudding. I'm sure you can do that with the cake as well. A Moonology card. Okay, the song that's coming through is You've Been Talking in Your Sleep. I don't know the lyrics to that, but apart from You've Been Talking in Your Sleep. What do you need to release? The waning moon. Page number 100. Oh, I feel the energy of the 100th monkey waking up. Because I have to say, I'm going to be honest, say what's coming through. What do you need to release? Well, you need to reevaluate your wife. Your life with your wife. A lot of people don't actually have a look at the wife-mother energy as being a problem. And I've actually been in a situation in a family unit where members of the family were removed for a period of time to see if the child's behaviour changed. But apart from the mother, who was like the ringleader, it was like she was never, I suppose it's a good narcissistic trait, isn't it? That they're not the one that is the problem. And they're good at their talk. So what do you need to release? Who is the actual issue, the problem, that everyone's too scared to say? What do you need to release? Page 100. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. In the autumn and winter of the cycle, it's the autumn and winter of the cycle. Oh, it sure is. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. Attuned to the moon, it's safe to let go and move on. Additional meanings for this card: move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga, and soon you will see what lies ahead. And that's really interesting because it says this is not the time to start new projects. And I feel, as the feminine, this is the time to start new projects. I mean, my mind is absolutely crazy with ideas. Like in that land of make-believe. And the song at the beginning, it said he will be there in that land of make-believe when he can. But you can see the situation that he's wrapped up in, that is, we're taking priority. It's taking priority. And that he needs to address. Because it's taken up a majority of his time. So when I said, you know, even if you can escape, even just for a small amount of time, I can't remember my wording, but I picked up on rather having, make sure you get small segments of time on your own, especially when you're, and you may need to take lots of small segments of space, whether that's going to the toilet or going for a little walk if you're allowed. Feels as if someone's like prisoner in their own home, in their own life. Okay. Soon you will see what lies ahead. At the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up into the skies every night. I'm sure you can go to the window. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from fall to new again. It's a time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. I do feel this energy of a lot of this. You're going to be free by Christmas time. Being able to celebrate here. If it's such a strong force that's holding you back, you must be mighty powerful. You must be mighty important if you being set free, that's going to cause the earth to shake. You're shaking things up for yourself and your life and your journey. Okay, sounds good. So how do we finish this reading off? Okay, I've got 2 more decks of cards. We've got the Archangel Animals and we've got the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Let's see what Archangel Animal is assisting this reading. The Rabbit. Recognise your significance. Archangel Gabriel. I love that unicorn energy there. It's that land of make-believe, isn't it? I suppose it's whatever you believe in, you make. You are the creator of your own experience. Rabbits. I want to tell you I'm going to tell you because it's truthful, about Rabbit. There's a song by Chaz and Dave called Rabbit. And it goes, rabbit, 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 rub, 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 rub. You've got more rabbit than Sainsbury's. Why don't you give it a rest? Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. So that's somebody who talks all the time. And my husband, who is now transitioned, he had that as his ringtone for me. But when I rang, I thought it was rude. He thought it was funny, but he didn't particularly like my talking a lot. And was quite rude at telling me, oh, it's like, you're not wanting to talk, are you? I'm like, no, it's okay. Very rude. Hence why the marriage broke down. Reevaluate your husband, Lucy. Yes, I did. A wonderful man, but not my true love. More my best friend, my soulmate. My heavenly angel. Pure, warm-hearted rabbits originate from Orion. They heal hearts with wisdom as well as love. Every sentient being emits sounds that together create the song of the earth. Currently, Earth is discordant. However, Lady Gaia sings her true love. It says sings her true tune. And the rabbits hear this. Part of the rabbit's soul mission is to relay these notes through their energy fields in order to bring everything into harmonic alignment. Their aim is to enable us all to ascend graciously. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what's currently going through my mind. It's by telling somebody that story about how previously in my marriage, my husband wasn't like thrilled by how much I like to talk and discuss things through and the depthness, and would ignore me and be rude or quite blatantly just tell me, you just talk too much, you know, will you be quiet? And so by telling somebody that, I've also had people take that as an invitation that when they wish to hurt me and my feelings, would then say to me, well, you just talk too much and you only like the sound of your own voice. You're too right, I do. It's wise. And I do like to talk a lot. And I like to be around people that like to talk a lot. So it's like you can have people use that as ammunition of something to hurt you. This is where you've got to be comfortable with well, you can have your own make-believe land, can't you, where you can talk to whoever you want, because there's nobody around, is there, to mock you or to judge you. So let's go back to the reading, but that was really coming through strongly about, okay, well, I've told you that story now, and now you have that you could use because you believe it's going to upset me. It's not going to upset me, I'm just going to think you're rude. And then I'm going to disconnect myself from you. So, okay, let's get back. Rabbits have a huge and important soul mission. They spread purity, clarity and joy wherever they go, and because they carry sacred geometric wisdom in their auras, the angels sing harmonics over them. As a result, through these furry little creatures, angel sonics spread over the land where they live. Archangel Sandalphon understands the music of the spheres, excuse me, which is the harmonics of creation. Through the rabbits, he and Archangel Gabriel attune the song of the earth with the music of the spheres to hold in place the seventh dimensional blueprint for Earth. Okay, the guidance. Let's bring the focus back. When you bring yourself into alignment, you emit a melodious tune. The wisdom of the rabbit suggests you watch your thoughts and actions. Make sure they are pure, light and loving. Speak, hum or sing with the intention of being in harmony with the song of the earth. Know your contribution is helping the entire universe to align in divine right order. Yes, and those that feel threatened, like I said, you must be mighty powerful. You must have a very powerful voice or a song to sing for people to want to stump your growth, pull you down, make you think otherwise, make you think badly about yourself. Okay. It's time to reevaluate your life and to say goodbye to, we don't even need to say goodbye to them. Just disconnect, detach, and you can just sit back on and like watch the response if it's, you know, if it's in your arena where you get to see the outcome of your walking away, because Luna's just running around the house like the lunatic energy I said, and it's like, don't retaliate. It's like you're in control of how you respond. Unicorns love pure, innocent beings, and if you hold or think about a rabbit, a glorious unicorn will shower light and blessings over you. You may feel that your efforts are insignificant in the vastness of the universe, but they are noted and appreciated by the illumined ones. Okay, let's finish this reading off with a message from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Boxes just fell onto the floor. Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave. Excuse me. Cheers. It's time to be brave. Card number 20. About the Fairy of the Highlands. The Fairy of the Highlands does not want to fight. She feels it is not in her nature. She wants to resolve disputes peacefully, but she will fight if it must come to that. And she is showing you now that you too have the means to stand up for yourself, even though you have almost chronically avoided conflict and allowed others to take advantage. It is time to take up this sword, step into that part of yourself that knows how to take a stand, speak the truth, and do not back down when the threat of a conflict looms. It may seem unnatural and wrong and frightening, and this little fairy knows it, but it is time. And this giving up of what you have worked so hard for in order to avoid conflict or confrontation is no longer right. Take a stand and hold up the sword. The Fairy of the Highlands will be there with you. And when the threat is over, she will help you celebrate your victory. The Fairy of the Highlands speaks. See this, my sword of power. I have long feared to use it, but now I must grow strong and take it up as you must too. The thought of wielding it, of hurting anything or anyone, makes me sad, but I know what must be done, and I must learn to fight the good fight and stand up for what I believe in. Although I have been told I must not be aggressive, in fact, I must now take up my arms against this trouble and finish it for good. I am going into battle, and for that I feel sorrow, but I will be fearless and strong and do what needs to be done. I may bathe my sword in tears, but I will no longer hold it back when the threat that approaches relies on my fear for its victory. I will no longer give away my power so easily. This time, I will take back what is mine. The divination message. The time of truce is over. It is time to speak your truth and be strong. People have been taking over your ground, wanting what you have worked hard for, without doing the work themselves. They have done so by taking advantage of your peaceful nature. But enough is enough. Sad as it is time to change this, to cut away the cords between you and those who have taken so much. And now, you will go into battle. Yes, it is sad. Yes, the Highland Fairy is sad for you. But do not allow sorrow and guilt to neglect self-protection. Honour yourself, raise your sword, and do not back down. Let's leave that reading there. I will speak to you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.